This man is absolutely free, and you're absolutely free in America. You couldn't be gay in Uganda. You couldn't be gay in Nigeria.
Right, but here's the thing that you don't understand. See, that's what I'm saying. You were going there with an intention of making a stupid ass point. I said I'm one of them people that, yeah, there's free gay freedom in this country, right? But I'm good with being the auntie that it's like, yo, I know my auntie gay, but she ain't never talked about it. I'm not that motherfucker. You don't know shit about me, bro.
I'm not saying anything about you talking to anybody about your sexual. No, man. I'm just saying
you asked that to make a point.
Ma'am, no, I did not. I'm telling you that you have freedoms in this country that you do not have in other countries.
Okay, so what are my freedoms as a gay woman?
What, ma'am? Did you just not hear what I just said, ma'am? And you're free to be gay. That's the whole thing. You're not free to be gay in Uganda.
In what sense? In what sense?
Ma'am, in what sense? Okay, how about this? Go to Uganda and tell me what happens to you. They will imprison you, man.
In what sense? So, like, if you're saying I'm speaking about it, I'm having rainbows on my fucking
social media. That's the freedom of it.
But
I'm not on that shit.
She doesn't do that, so she's not flamboyant with it. So she's saying that she wouldn't be affected in Uganda because she wouldn't be wearing it on her back. Is what her sentiment is.
Ma'am, somebody can look at you and tell you're gay. What are you talking about? You wear
because of my image today.
Ma'am, yes.
Have you seen any other?
Ma'am, do you know how women in Uganda look? They don't look like you. They don't even look like anybody on the panel here, even the men. It's a
okay,
look
so say I take the shades off and I take the hat off, right?
Ma'am, like let me tell you something real quick, ma'am. Ma'am, listen to me. Please listen to me. Nobody on the panel looks like this, but if somebody had a thin nose and like an oval-shaped head 30 years ago in Rwanda, they would have got hacked to death because they would have thought that person was a Tootsie, ma'am. People have
that has nothing to do with the gay freedoms in America and me being gay. You're talking about image now.
Ma'am,
you move the goalposts more than that we be having on the show.
Ma'am, do you think that you can walk around?
Respect to my sisters. I'm calling y'all bitches because I love you. But I'm just saying, you're moving the goalposts more than any female that we have on our show. What are you talking about?
So,
ma'am, you were talking about freedoms in America. Sorry about that.
But I can give a fuck about gay freedoms. I don't stand behind that shit. I love the gay people in this country. I fuck with that. Like, I'll go to a gay pride and love on everybody there. But that's not my shit.
Yeah, Q. But what it is in other countries, the reason why the Rwanda example is so valid because assumptions based on looks, people would deal with the penalties of them. So if you could change your look, your gait, your walk, your decorum, you might be okay. But you would have to do all that in Uganda, while over here you don't have to.
Right, but that's the thing is when in Rome, do as the Romans do. Again, another thing he doesn't understand about me. I'm not on no type of, I got to have this masculine energy. And when I go anywhere, I'm this and I'm that. Like, I'm not on that bullshit.
Okay.
I'm not fucking, you don't know shit about me, bro.
I'm
going to go to a country and intentionally try to get.
I guess there's some miscommunication.
Because that just makes sense.
This might be risky. There's some miscommunication on my part. Maybe I didn't explain myself right.
She was just saying she would be fine. She would still have her orientation, but she would make sure she looked up
and understand I'm a female.
Yeah,
like
she's saying she would go over there and look the part.
But this might be risky. Isn't that evidence in itself that she is not free in that country compared to this country? She could dress and do whatever she wants to do here. But isn't that crazy when you say, "Oh, well, she do as in Rome in another country"? Yeah, because you have to do as in Rome in Uganda.
But like how you
in here you can walk outside.
How you talk on this show.
Here you could dress up as a goddamn dinosaur and walk outside. People might think you're crazy, but hey, you could do what you want to do here. That's the difference. That's the freedoms.
No,
here.
It's not. It's not, because if you went out, like to Adrian's point, if you went out in the streets and here in America talking how you talking around niggas, you would get stomped on. That's not fucking freedom. You're gonna get dealt with.
That's ma'am. Ma'am, there's a difference between niggas and the government. The government of Uganda can legally kill gay people. The government of America cannot legally kill.
But again, who's making that known?
You're talking about
making that known. Who's making that known? You're talking to me.
This might be risky. We gotta do okay. Can we do this one at a time? This might be risky.
Yeah, hold on. Both of y'all chill for a second.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
just 1 second. All right. So, so Q. So she's talking about pure decorum, though, right? So she's saying that your decorum would change just like hers would change in Uganda, because if you went to a project and you know that the people out there are foolish and they didn't like if you said the kids are monkeys, we probably would refrain and act in a different manner because of the potential penalty, even if it's not the government that can put you in asylum. So I think both of the points, she's making that same kind of point type thing.
No, she's not.
Yes, I am.
No, can I speak to this? No, let me speak first. She's not making that point. There's a difference between government and people or vigilante.
Yes.
The difference is that I can be free legally here to do pretty much anything in America. She cannot be free to be gay in Uganda.
Right, and I don't give a fuck about
give me a second.
in America.
No, ma'am. Per the government in Uganda can literally imprison you. The government in America cannot imprison me for talking. That's the difference. Yeah. Now, can some Negroes or some people stump me out? Sure. Why not? But the fact is that the government cannot arrest me and put me on trial for talking.
Yeah. The implication is.
That's all I'm saying. It's freedoms here that we don't have in other countries. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's just saying that she would make sure she did.
Put myself in harm's way. No different than you put yourself in harm's way going to a hood calling up random kids monkeys.
But ma'am, I'm legally okay. Per the Constitution that the beautiful white founders crafted, I am legal. I have all legal right to talk. You, as a gay woman, cannot be in Uganda being gay. Yes, you can be in the shadows, but the government can literally arrest you and put you on trial. That is the difference. You have freedoms in this country that you just don't have in other countries. There are freedoms that religious people here have that they don't have in other countries. Ma'am, go to the northern part of Nigeria as a Christian and see what happens to you, ma'am.
You're speaking to some shit that's like, oh, I seen you on this platform today, and I'm just gonna say this shit today because I was getting this gay vibe from you because you was really giving me the energy, and then when you answer,
it's not a gay vibe. That's what you are.
So that's where you going off of. That's really what you going off.
Okay, how about this? Let's change the subject. Man.
Let's.
It has nothing to do with me being in this gay pride shit.
Forget it. I'm sorry. I should never.
We going in circles. We going in circles with it. I think we missing each other. I understand what both of you guys are saying, which is good. Question. All right. I'm gonna ask this question. I just want to know, would anybody, and we've traveled, I've been to a decent amount of places. Me personally, and you guys know my belief system, I still would much rather be here. Just based on what I know than other countries. Bub, what say you?
Absolutely. I'd rather be here too.
Chef?
1,000,000%.
Yeah.
I'm open to the idea of moving somewhere else, just knowing what geopolitics are right now.
Like Texas, right?
Yeah, definitely. I would have that on my list amongst a couple other countries.
Yeah, exactly.
Outside of the U.S., but yeah.
Yeah. What's up? What you think, Russ?
I'd want to stay in America. I've lived abroad before, but I would want to be here.
Where you was at?
Germany.
Word.
Yeah.
Chief?
Can I bring my people with me?
Your kids? Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'd bounce. If I could take my loved ones with me, we jump ship for sure.
Where would you head?
I don't know. I like overseas. I've been to London. I like London. I thought London was real dope. Atmosphere was cool out there. You know what I'm saying? I could take my people over there and live and thrive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, does it have like a similar first world feel to it?
Yeah, I'd say so. From my experience. But I was there in the height of like some real dope shit. So I got the experience, I guess, the better part of it.
Mm-hmm. But they kind of live similarly. So
yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Okay. Cool. Mr. White?
Man, I'm trying to move down under. You know what I'm saying? Australia. And take the fan with
me. Stay down under.
Nah. This right now, I'm good where I'm at. This is the best private living situation for me and the family at this time. So
you faded out. You say yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm America all day.
What you think, Q?
I mean, just based on what I feel, I see through the media, which is like, ugh. But yeah, I mean, this is all that I know. Call it a comfort zone, but I fuck with America.
Word. Chaotic, you going anywhere?
I would love to give an answer by singing Aaron Lewis's "Proud to Be American," but in the interest of time, I won't do that. America is the greatest country. America is the greatest country on the planet. I would, visit other places. There's nothing wrong with visiting other places, but America is. I mean, it's like literally, it's like the roads are made of gold and the trees are made of honey here. My God, the opportunity here is incredible. I wouldn't want to live anywhere else, man.
How you spin that, Chaotic? It's yes or no. How you spin that?
I mean, are the streets not made of gold here? I mean, what are we talking about? Are the trees not made of honey?
Put him in a fucking bed and get him out of here. Come on.
Here, hold on for a second. Somebody mentioned crackheads. That is a choice to smoke crack.
Yeah, but where do they sleep? In the streets. And they're not made of honey and gold and shit.
Listen, if you choose to be a dope fiend in America, that's on you. I didn't choose to be.
But they live in the streets that you're so colorfully painting.
Hey, listen, that's on them. All I can say is that the streets here are made of gold and the trees have honey in them. Go ahead, guys.
So the crackheads have gold over them?
Sir, again, being a crackhead is a choice. Okay? That's a choice. You don't have to be a crackhead in America. That's the truth, man. You don't have to
sitcom, man. This has been so entertaining.
The streets ain't made of gold, but I like it.
Okay, how about this? If the streets are made of gold, this may be risky. Do me a favor, pull up a video of Monrovia, Liberia, and let's compare the streets. You don't really have to do it, but anybody in the chat, just pull up the streets, see it, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. All right. First off, shout out to Chaotic. He got a new channel, Chaotic Reacts. Chaotic the Truth. Wait, what is it? Chaotic the Truth.
It's just Chaotic. It's just an upload channel that I'm trying to get going. But yeah.
What's the original channel? Just so I can plug it.
Chaotic Truth Live. Yeah.
Chaotic Truth Live. Stream every day, a bunch of different topics, diverse panels and all that. So I recommend you hit the subscribe button on that for sure. I'll definitely tag him in the description. Any final, before we hit the final thoughts, anybody have a question based on what they saw yesterday, based on what they heard today that they would like to get an answer for? And we're going to keep him to a 1 minute answer because this nigga's wind is fucking long. Y'all good? Y'all got all y'all shit off?
Yo, we ain't getting shit that we want out of Chaotic, so.
Right.
Oh, man. Yo, man. Yo, it's ill because I understand when he's answering now. To be fair, I probably go on the panel maybe like 3 times a week. Chaotic, maybe
about 3 times a week. Yeah,
I'm accustomed to hearing him, so how he be answering, I can understand what he's saying. But yeah, man, that you wasting talent in Ohio, motherfucker. You need to go to Hollywood or Atlanta. Word. All right, well, I don't really fuck with Jerry Springer, but I do like one of his constructs. Chef, final thought.
I think my brother Chaotic is from a place not Ohio, but where they sound like this, and I think he is hiding his true African self. As much as he loves America, something about that hairline tells me he is from a place where they talk like this. And things are very chaotic there, so I understand that, man. But otherwise, peace and love from Chaotic's true land, Africa.
Russ.
Hey man, this is just further proof. You know, everybody has a community. If you search long enough, you will find like-minded individuals on the internet. You do have the freedom to think how you want, express yourself how you want. Just be prepared for whatever consequences come with that. You know, freedom of speech is not freedom of consequence. And I just want to say, black children are not monkeys, no matter how they behaving.
Word. Bub.
Everybody that tuned in tonight, thank you. The thoughts and views that were displayed for about 2 hours were the thoughts and views of Chaotic and Chaotic only. All right. So I'm gonna spin the block and just say choose your own path, man. That's my shit. Let's get it.
Word. Mr. White.
Yo, Bub was speaking French. What that mean? Oh, I don't even know what that means. Yo, my wife gone. I missed the wife. I don't know what to do, man. You know what I'm saying? Podcast was fire. Mr. Chaotic, fire. A lot of points, y'all. Let's not make sure we just throw everything out just because he, was all over the place, here and there. Definitely kids are not monkeys. I forgot to talk about that queen stuff, right? Like black women definitely are queens, and it doesn't mean that we are serving them as gods. Like we gods too, you know what I'm saying? So there's nothing wrong with acknowledging our counterpart as being a queen or as a god, as well. Yeah, man, I really enjoyed myself tonight, yo. That's it.
Word. Q.
Yeah, I want to say shout out to our audience for tuning in. Shout out to Chaotic for joining us. We appreciate you. Shout out to Adrian wearing the shirt, yo. I see you. And
shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that, shit like that.
And Chaotic, use a nigga.
I love Q.
Chief.
Yo, wise man told me a long time ago to find something you're passionate about, become great at it, and get people to pay you for it. This nigga has found his lane and stayed in character the whole fucking time, and it is impressive as shit. The internet is a place for everybody, and my man has found his lane, and he's going to ride that wave until the fucking wheels fall off, and I gotta salute him for that. Lastly, stand on what you say in the presence of those you said it in with the same energy you said
it. Word. CT.
How much time do I have?
I'm watching you, nigga. Go ahead.
Character or not, you blacks should be ashamed of yourself. You sit up here, talk about white supremacy, you talk about oppression, all the while you live in the very same country and benefit off the very same industries that whites run, supposedly. Someone mentioned on the panel about whites conquering people. Well, you have no problem with walking on the very same ground that conquered people were exterminated on, talking about the Native American. You have no quorums with being proud to live in America, but you say all these great things about black people. Why not live in Africa? Why not live in the Black Islands? Then you say that I'm in character. Well, if I am in character, there's some sort of truth to what I'm saying because of reactions. Many of you blacks live in 5-bedroom homes. No, not really talking about you. This might be risky. You're driving Maseratis, you're driving Benzes, you're wearing $200 and $300 outfits every damn day, wearing Jordans. But somehow you're oppressed. You make 20, sometimes 30 times more daily than most people on the planet make in a month. But somehow you're oppressed. Then when I say you're free to do anything you want in this country, you argue with me. You see, instead of laughing at me and thinking I'm trolling and thinking this is a goddamn character, listen to what I'm saying. Prove me wrong on anything that I say. Some of the things that I say are correct. Now, is it offensive to call children monkeys? That's up for the purview of the person listening. But the fact of the matter is that why does that bother you so much? Maybe they are. Maybe there's something deep down inside that says maybe he's right, and that gets me upset. I bet if I called Chinese kids monkeys, nobody would bat an eye. I bet if I called Japanese kids monkeys, nobody would bat an eye, because that would make no sense to them. But why does that offend you? Maybe there's some truth to it. And a lot of times people get offended when you start telling them the truth about themselves. You ever notice fat people get upset when you call them fat? Well, 2 minutes ago, they were just saying that, hey, man, everybody's body is cool. But why are you getting upset? Because you really are ashamed of being fat. That's why you reacted a certain way. Maybe one of you guys have children or cousins, nieces that act like that. And maybe you're upset because deep down, you don't have to do it. Maybe, just give me a second. Maybe because some deep down inside is he talking about me? Is he talking about my family? I think that's what it is a lot of times with people. You see, I'm about correcting and fixing the problem. A lot of you Negroes smoke weed. A lot of you Negroes watch a lot of TV. A lot of you Negroes litter and loiter. And if I say something about it, I don't want to be met with, that don't happen. We do it because of white supremacy. Just stop doing it. Stop calling me an Uncle Tom and an Uncle Ruckus because I point out niggardry in the community. Go to Google Maps for me. Type in any city in Japan and tell me if you could find a lollipop wrapper on the street. Singapore is the same way. It's because they've corrected that primitive nonsense. That's not me being an Uncle Tom. It's not me being a troll. It's me speaking facts. Do they call their women queens in Singapore? I don't think so. Does a Chinese man call his wife a queen? I don't think so. Do Chinese teachers beat the shit out of those students if they get out of line? I do think so. We got to stop being afraid as black people of the truth. If there was I'm about to conclude it real quick. You see, the black race needs a leader like me. See, if I was the mayor, if I was the mayor of a, hold on for a second. If I was the mayor of a city, it would be a big billboard of me with a dictator photo that says, "Stop littering, Negroes." See, I know this would work because a lot of people will look at that billboard every time they think about littering and say, I'm gonna prove that nigga wrong. I'm gonna throw it in the trash. See, things like that work for some reason. Salute to you guys. Positivity is coming your way. Go ahead, sir.
Appreciate you.
Go ahead.
Man, we appreciate it.
Would never follow this nigga.
I think the monkey thing has some historical implications.
What are the historical implications?
Just being called monkeys during those times, Jim Crow and slavery, and even after. So,
what year were you born in, sir?
No, hold on. Let me give his final thought. You can't. Why you giving his final thought?
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, I've been being nice the last 2 days. I hope y'all commend me for that. I've been being nice. So, but I think well, and also I'm kind of addressing what he said. And yeah, I was born in 85, but that's why I had said historical implications, right? So people know that we were called that, and therefore they take high offense to it, regardless if it's warranted or not. You know what I mean? It's interesting. So there's a particular book I read. One of the things it says is open rebuke is better than secret love. And I much prefer that somebody be upfront and honest with me and tell me how they really feel than smile in my face and it be some other shit. Another thing it says is rebuke one person in front of everybody so everybody else can get the message. I'm not that person that gonna take you in the office and say, hey, you didn't do your time clock. I'm gonna yell it in the warehouse. Hey, John, you didn't do your time clock, and it's 30 other people. So guess what? Everybody will start doing. Oh shit, let me do my time clock. So those two things I much prefer, and I think we do need a little bit more of that. So I think we misunderstand what love can look like. So if CT is indeed not trolling, right, and the points that you agree with, even if they may be harsh or come off in a different way, do we need to heed them or at least consider them, take them back to the drawing board, right? And then see if we can implement them. If we can't, fine. Don't put them on your drawing board, but at least write them up there and then assess. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, the hell with CT, man. I appreciate you, though. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And we out.